Welcome. My name is Thomas Ledford, aka Taxman88, and I'm here to share in this video uh, publication 501. It deals with standard deductions, filing statuses, and how to determine uh, qualifying child. What I'm experiencing working with new people who have no prior training or experience is the information that I'm giving them, my third-party vendor training portal, isn't really effective because it's new to them. And so the problem is I have to put together some training that I developed to assist them with the training that they're taking for the third party vendor I'm using, which is Search at the Income Tax School, for taking the basic comprehensive course, which once they completely successfully pass that, they'll get a certificate and they'll get acknowledgement sent to the IRS through their PTIN number that they've taken this course. And so what I'm doing right now is put some training modules together to help them cover the four modules that's inside the income tax course. And so the first thing we're covering is publication 501, which is dealing with the standard deductions, dealing with filing status, dealing with the qualifying child, and how to determine that through the 5 tests that they talk about in the publication. So I'm gonna have a combination of video trainings that's gonna hopefully give them better insight and better understanding of the publication that they may be reading that they don't truly understand. Also, I'm working with a student slash client now who has a learning curve that's going to be more difficult to pass than someone else. And it's going to be a case by case situation where the learning curve is going to vary. So the information I'm putting together is designed to help my new students pass the course through my third party vendor, where I'm not there to give them hands on feedback because I don't have the time to do that. And so that's the purpose of doing video trainings, is to give them what they need without having me directly there, because I don't have the time to give the students that. I do group trainings. And so if you're able to come to the group training to have your questions answered, fine. If not, you have the videos to refer to. And after that, if you still need more assistance, I'll try to get with you and do a Zoom meeting with you to help you better understand the content. So the chart we're looking at right now is the requirements for most taxpayers. And it's based on filing status, and then based on your age, and it's based on how much money. So for single people who are under 65, if they make more than $12,400, they must file a return. And so that's what the requirement means. You must file a return under that situation. If you're single and over 65 and you made over $14,050, you must file a return. If you had a household under 65 and you made over 18,650, you must file a return. If you had a household filing over 65, you must file if you made over 20,300. If you made under that, you don't have to. So that's how each section works. Is the filing status, you either over 65 or under, and then the third column is the dollar amount that you gross. So based on that information, it is determined if you require to file a return or not. So it speaks for itself when you break it down that way. The next thing we talk about is who must file a return. And it gives you information on that. So you want to read this information on who must file a return, and anything you don't understand, we go through it once a week in live training, live group training. Then we got who should file a return. They give you information on that. And so you read that information and determine that. Then we have the 5 filing statuses. We got single, married, filing joint, married, filing separately, had a household, and qualifying widow. Out of the 5 filing statuses, married filing separately is the worst filing status you can use, especially if you have children, because married filing separately doesn't give you any credits that you can claim on your tax return whatsoever. So that's the issue with the married filing joint separately situation, is that for people who have children, they shy away from that because it does not a benefit to them, because they can't get earned income credit, they can't get additional tax credit, they can't get child tax credit, they can't get education credit, they can't get no credit. So they shy away from that. So a married filing joint coupled with children, that's the way you want to file. And if for whatever reason you decide y'all want to file separately, it's a no-no because it's not going to benefit the person who's claiming their children. And if you got 4 children, y'all call yourself breaking them up 2 and 2, you're still not going to get any credit at all for them. So that's going to be the problem. And the two most common issues with the 5 filing status that you're going to run into is the head of household status and the married filing joint status. Just for that very reason, married filing joint clients who have children, they want to be able to file married filing joint so they can benefit from the different credits they may qualify for with dependent children. And so, as a married filing joint taxpayer, you have 2 options only. You're either going to file a joint return or married file a separate return only. And like I said, if you file a married file a separate return because y'all can't get along with who's going to be able to divvy up the money when it's time to divvy it up, and that's the most common reason married couples don't file together is because somebody not getting their share of the refund. So you don't want to put yourself in that box. So I let clients know who married, you only got 2 options with me. You're gonna file a joint return together, or you're gonna file a separate. It's up to you. That's it. That's all. Ain't no single, ain't no head of household going on with me. You got to go somewhere else and find someone who you can go lie to and tell them something totally different. Because once you tell a person your situation, then now you put yourself in a box where the only thing I can do for you is tell you what you need to do. What you need to do is file a joint return or married filing separately. That's it. That's all. Because they had a household, people who are children automatically think they had a household, which it's not. For filing purposes, we don't go by you being a mother or father with children. That's not the standards we use. We use the fact that A, you must have dependents to even qualify for that household, and B, you must provide 50% or more of the support of where you live at. And so those are the factors that we use to determine head of household status. And so I'm gonna give you a situation where if you live in with another family and both families work, and the family you live with is the main breadwinners, they the head of household, is they the leaseholders, but they make 45,000, you make 18. With them making 45,000, with them used to filing head of household, if that's the status they've been using, they're going to keep using that status. Only one filing status per household with head of household on it. So that's the predicament you're in when you got multiple families living under one roof, filing multiple tax returns with the same address. It's a no-no. So those are the 2 common filing statuses issues that you're going to run across. Like I say, so publication 501 deals with standard deductions. It deals with dependent status. It deals with 5 filing statuses. Now, when it comes to the dependents, there's 5 tests we use to determine a dependent. So those are the things we want to make sure we know about. So right here, we got relationship, age, residency, support, and joint. Relationship, the most common relationships we run into, brother, sister, mother, father, aunt, niece and nephew. Those are the most common relationships that's gonna hold up, unless you can prove and show step brother, have brother type situations. Good luck to you. The age makes a difference. The residency, they must be with the taxpayer 6 months or more. The age, if you're dealing with dependents that's under 19, you're fine. If they're 19 to 24, they must be college students in order to still get credits and be considered a dependent. Anything over 24, we're in a whole new category now because you no longer can be a dependent if you're 24 over, regardless, unless you have other circumstances that might fall into play, which we're not going to cover in this video. Then we talk about support. Support is the dependents must not provide more than 50% of their own support. Joint return means the dependents, if they married, must be filing a tax return only to receive a benefit and not because they're required to. So those are the breakdown of the 5 tests that you want to be familiar with. All through this publication, they give you examples in all the sections to help you better understand what you're reading Hopefully, you'll take advantage of these different examples, read them, highlight them, do whatever you need to do. And during the training sessions with me, we cover what you don't understand. So this is Publication 501, and it's designed to help you get a better understanding of the information if you've already read it and don't know how to interpret it and how to apply it to a real world situation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide you practice returns, and I'm going to provide you the different forms that you should have to use with each return. And so when it comes to the forms, the schedules, and the worksheets, that information will be provided with all the different practice returns. So with you being new to this course, you'll know upfront what forms, the schedules, and worksheets you need to have for each practice return. So this here video is part of a training that's here to assist all my new clients who want to start their own tax service, but who need to learn how to prepare individual income taxes first in order to do that. So when it's all said and done, this publication is 501, and it's designed to help you better understand the information that's going to be covered in the third-party vendors tax preparation training course. And I'll see you in my next video.